Hey guys, before we get to that video on Lifeboat, just want to remind you, like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all those things. We have a very awesome and active Discord. Please consider checking that out. And we also do a live stream every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Super fun. Be there or be square. Now on to the video. Hey guys, I'm Tim, and this is the Board Game Rundown. And today I'm doing a preview for the Lifeboat Deluxe Edition from Guerrilla Games. This is designed by Jeff Siadek. If I said your name wrong, I apologize. Anyways, this is a prototype version, so components are prototype. But what's going to happen is in Lifeboat, we are all in a lifeboat and we are trying to row to shore. The problem is not everybody gets along. So what you're going to do is at the beginning of the game, we're going to lay out characters. We've got cards. Basically, we're going to lay them out in the seats, one per player. And then everybody's going to then draw the card. Those are going to be like placeholder cards. And then you're going to draw the card to figure out which character you are based on. And then you're going to be in the boat in your seat order. I did a terrible job of explaining that, but trust me, it works. Then what we're going to do is we got a love and a hate deck. So these decks, we're going to go through and find the characters that are actually in play, because there are more characters than there are seats on this lifeboat, both for love and hate. We're going to shuffle up the love deck and the hate deck separately, and then everybody's going to get a love and a hate card. So now that's going to give you sort of an end game scoring goal. So in addition to just trying to survive to the end of the game, you also are going to score points based on the status of the person you love and the status of the person you hate. So yeah, it's rough. So what's going to happen is on your turn, weather is optional if you want to play with the weather, but they say don't do it on your first game because it can make things really tough. But basically what you're going to do is you are going to, the player who is in the front of the boat or closest to the front of the boat is going to draw a provision card for each player, one per each player. They're going to choose one and then pass it down to the next seat. So the person that's in the last spot on the boat is going to get the last card left over. But the person in the second spot actually gets second pick, right? So pretty straightforward there. Now the provision cards have different uses. When you use them, if you don't discard it, it will stay in front of you. So everybody will know you have it. But if it's in your hand, nobody necessarily knows what you have. So there's all kinds of different things. There's like paintings, which are just worth points at the end of the game. There's water, life preserver, knives, jewels, all kinds of fun things in here that can help you out. Then what's going to happen is on your turn, you then will choose to do one thing. You can do nothing. Okay. You can choose to row. If you row, you're going to draw one at a time a card from the navigation deck. And you're going to choose whether to put it in the possible stack or put it on the bottom of the deck. And you'll do that twice. And then that's going to, again, possible navigation. Then you take a row token so you show that you have rowed that round, because that's going to be important. Then another thing you can do is play an action on a card, right? So if you had a provision card that gave you an action, you could do that. Like medical kit, action, expend to remove one injury from any character, including yourself, because you're going to take injuries. Another thing you can do is mug somebody. So when you mug somebody, you're going to demand one of the following from any character: trade seats, any face-up provision card you want, or a random one that's face down. They must comply or say fight. If they comply, the mugger gets what they want. Either they trade spots or they get that card they want. But if you fight, well, now it gets interesting. Not that it wasn't before, but it's going to get real rough. So what's going to happen is now other characters can join in on either side. You'll have a fight and defend token. So that's basically just tells you what team you're going to be on. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add your combined size and any weapons that you play from your provisions, or that you have face up. And yeah, it's going to be one versus the other. The person being mugged breaks the ties, and all all promises are non-binding. So if if I talk somebody into helping me, I can choose whether or not I want to honor that agreement. The loser of that fight will take a wound. Everybody involved on the losing side of that will take a wound. You can have as many wounds as you do your size. And so that's a very important thing. Then finally, when we get to the last person in the boat, so after everybody's done their action, one of those actions, then the person who's furthest back in the boat is going to do the navigation phase. So they're going to take the whole stack of navigation cards. So those have been added by people rowing, right? And then they're going to choose one of them to play and flip. And so that's going to have a bunch of different things. So one of the things it could have is a bird. Hey, we've seen a bird. That means we're getting closer to land. When we get to the fourth bird, the game ends immediately. So there's 3 bird tokens. If we had 3 over here when we hit that fourth one, game over. But let's say the game didn't end yet. So we got a bird. Hey, I put one over here. Now overboard. Madam Wong gets thrown overboard. So she's going to lose all of her items unless she has a life preserver. And she's going to take a wound unless she has a life preserver. And then she's going to climb back in the boat. And then thirsty. So Lady Lauren, Amelia, and the captain on this one, on this card here, they're all thirsty. If they don't have a water provision to discard, they're going to take a wound because they're thirsty. And then on this card, it actually has both icons here. So if somebody fought, they are also thirsty. And if somebody rode, they are thirsty. These aren't on every card, just like this isn't on every card, right? So like this guy here, it has a bird, overboard, nobody, thirsty, nobody. That's a great card. That's probably, God, you just don't get better than that. So, and you're going to do that, and you're going to basically rinse and repeat until you get to that fourth bird. What's really interesting is that everybody's kind of got different conditions on scoring points. So, like the captain, for example, he's a size 7, so he's a hardy dude. His survival's 5. So if somebody loves the captain, they're going to get 5 points if he survives. And then any cash, he is going to score double points for any cash in the provisions that he's found. Frenchie's an excellent swimmer, so there's no injury from falling overboard. Lady Lauren, she likes jewels, double points. The first mate, he's just big. He's a size 8. He's the biggest dude in there, and he's a brute. Sir Stephen, double points for paintings. The kid is a pickpocket. He cannot be refused when mugging for a face down card. So he can't steal that face up one that easily, but those face down ones he can just take. Dr. Harder, he does not have to discard a medical kit when he uses it, which is awesome. So if he can get that medical kit, he can use it on himself or other people. Madam Wong is interesting. Anytime a player spends a water or uses liquid courage, which is a little, you may choose to gain the benefit as well. So liquid courage gives you +3 in a fight. And the obviously then if somebody drinks a water, she also gets to drink water for free. And then Amelia, on her turn, she can look at the top card of the navigation deck and either put it in the possible pile or at the bottom. So she kind of gets a row without rowing, but just once. One card instead of 2 cards. So everybody's got different abilities, and you're going to be using those in different ways to then try to get to the end. So this game is mean, it's stabby, and it's hilarious because you can throw people in the water. There's like a blackjack parasol. So you can ignore 1 thirst per turn while the parasol is open. So as an action, you can just open the parasol and you're good, right? Man, do they still have cannibalism? Expend your action to prepare a dead body so all characters may remove 1 wound. Any conscious player may fight this action. So like hilarious, right? A gaffing hook, which helps in the fight. A flare gun is you can use it as a weapon, or you can draw 3 navigation cards, immediately resolve any birds showing, discard after use. So like that's a way you can kind of try to get to the end really quick. This one's also hilarious. A bucket of chum. Expend during navigation to attract sharks. Injure everyone currently overboard. So you can be chucking people overboard and then, throw the chum in the water and make them take extra wounds. This game's diabolical and mean as hell. and it's a jolly good time. But yeah, so the deluxe edition, I don't remember exactly what the differences are between the deluxe edition and the regular edition, but I am looking at the deluxe edition here, and but yeah, the weather cards, between the weather, the navigation, and like who's gonna do what, and I've played games of this where people are like, I'm not doing anything. And you're like, oh, I wish my character didn't love you because I'd love to just throw you right over the boat. But you also don't want to be too obvious on who you love, because other people might try to get them killed so that you can't, score those points. So, yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff. It is possible for you to love or hate yourself, which is a way to get points as well. So... yeah, it's like the narcissist and the masochist or something like that. Anyways, yeah, lots of fun. And again, the way you can kind of mix up the characters and what you get is really cool. And so you see really different combinations and with different play groups. And I've seen people go through and mug the heck out of everybody. And I've seen people win never fighting. And I've seen people win always fighting or always rowing. So, you try to be the good teammate, right? I'm just going to keep rowing, guys. Like, you shouldn't attack me. Like, I'm doing good. You should keep me alive. I'm rowing. I'm doing good things. And some people just don't care. They hate you. They're going to take you down. But it is what it is. Anyways, Lifeboat, super fun, classic game. Please consider taking a look at it now with the new version that's coming out, updated, new and improved, all those things. And yeah, that's basically what I've got to say about it. It's a take that semi co-op kind of game. So yeah, beware. It's mean. You gonna hurt some feelings as you throw people over the side of the boat, and then you drop chum in the water, and that's okay. It's okay, because you're gonna do that to somebody and make them mad, and they're gonna do it to you. And if you don't do it, they still gonna do it to you. So you might as well. You don't always have a choice. So it's just on the card. Hey man, it was the only card I had. It's all I could do. Ha! I've heard that line before. Used that line before. Anyways, that's Lifeboat in a nutshell, or in a lifeboat, I guess. So for the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim. Thanks for watching.